Anyhow, how are y'all doing today?
Good.
Sweet. So we're going to be doing a color theory lesson today. What do y'all know about color?
Make them mix together and then mix another color.
Exactly. Yeah. Isn't that neat? How you can mix colors and get more colors from it? What do you think we're going to do today? Based on what's on your table.
Make the color wheel.
Yeah. Have y'all done that before?
We did that one.
Yes. This one is fantastic. This is really cool. But we're going to be using different materials today. We're just going to be using tempera paint, which Miss Flynn has in her hand right now. Tempera paint is just means that it's paint with a lot of water in it. So I'm going to be teaching you guys about light and color today, and we're going to watch a really cool video. It's kind of cheesy, but did y'all ever watch Bill Nye the Science Guy?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Here we go.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Did you know that white light is a mixture of all the colors
Turn
of
off the light.
rainbow? Red light can make you stop. Green light can make you go. The other colors can make you disco. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill, 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 Bill. Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Science rules.
Did you know that white light is a mixture of all the colors of the rainbow? It is. White light's hitting this basketball, but all we see is orange. And white light's hitting this blue gelatin dessert, but all we see is blue gelatin. On my coat, well, it's got lots of colors. Hey, it's the show about light and color. Now, without different colors of light, we couldn't see different colored things. And of course, without light, well, we couldn't have a TV show. Oh, funny. Oh, very funny. You can turn the lights on now. Turn the lights on. Sorry. I got it. Now this is the plastic water-filled prism of science. And shining into it is a bright white light. Now when white light goes into a prism, it breaks up into all the colors of the rainbow, what we call the full spectrum of colors. So down here is the spectrum being made by the prism of science. See, here are all the colors of the rainbow. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and purple or violet. Now watch. I'm going to try to break these colors up using another prism. Red, yellow, green, blue, and violet. See, they can't be broken up anymore. What that means is these are pure colors. White light is a mixture of all the colors of the spectrum, but each color is its own color. White light is colorful. What gives fruits and vegetables all their different colors?
I don't know.
Well, chemicals in the skin of the fruit and vegetable absorb and reflect different wavelengths of light. Take this orange. It's absorbing all the colors of light except orange, which it's reflecting. This green apple, it's reflecting green, absorbing the other colors. The red pepper, it's reflecting red and absorbing the other colors except red. Bet you know I can juggle. Gotta get these colors flying. Oh yeah, sure, there it is. Sure. Look at all those colors. It's chemicals reflecting and absorbing white light from the sun. What a party! Party! Consider the following. There's an old saying in science, we don't see things. We see light bouncing off of things. So when you see my tie, you're seeing light from the lab that hits the tie and goes into the camera and works its way to your eye. Now here in the lab, we have almost perfectly white light. We have almost all the colors of the spectrum. But when you look at my tie, it looks black with just a few brightly colored spots. What's happening to all the other colors? Where are they going?
I don't know.
Well, they're getting absorbed and turning into heat. You may have noticed this. In a bright light or in the sun, a black cloth feels slightly warmer than a white cloth. That's because the black cloth is absorbing almost all the colors of light that hit it and changing them to heat, whereas the white cloth is reflecting almost all the colors. This is how paint works. Paint absorbs light. Paint has little particles in it called pigment. So red paint is absorbing most of the light that hits it and reflecting red. Yellow is absorbing most of the light and reflecting yellow. And blue paint absorbs most of the colors and reflects blue. Now when we mix the colors of light, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet, we get white light. But when we mix different colors of paint, it doesn't work that way. Red, yellow, and blue. And blue. The bottle's giving up. And blue. Okay. And blue. When they're mixed, they don't turn white. They turn kind of a messy brown. That's because it's absorbing light. Well, there's a lot of things in nature that absorb almost all the colors of light that hit them. Like charcoal. Or this dog.
And then he just becomes even more cheesy. So, did y'all learn anything from that video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The white reflects that. Yeah.
I think I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
White reflects all kinds of light.
Yeah. Black just absorbs.
Yeah,
Good
job. That's awesome. So I'm going to show y'all just a little bit of artwork. This is from the Impressionism era. Have y'all ever heard of Impressionism before? Yeah?
No.
No? Well, this is during the early 1900s and the late 1800s. And painters would go out into plein air, that's what they called it, in plein air painting, and they would go and try to capture light and all of these pure colors and hues that you see. What's a hue?
Color.
But what kind of color? Anybody?
No.
It's a pure color. So, yeah. So you see the color wheels on your table. Those are hues. If you were to add white to any of those colors, it wouldn't be a hue anymore. It would be what's called a tint, which is just adding white. And if you were to add black to those colors, what would you call it? A shade. Correct. So here's just some art to hopefully inspire you if you were to become a painter or want to practice. These are all masters and they practiced for many years. And there was many of these. Look at the way they capture the light in the water. And they just use it by putting different colors just right next to each other. High contrast. I think it's beautiful. Okay, so now we're gonna get started painting. And let's see. So I'm gonna show you a demo really quick. So, what is color?
Light.
Light. Very good. Thank you. Okay, so each of you are going to be sharing a palette, and you're each going to get your own piece of paper, like this. And we're going to be trying to match all the colors on here. There's 12 colors. So while you're mixing and painting your colors, you can test it on your paper and see if you can get a close match, just like I did here. So what color do you think I should start with?
Red. Red.
Primary colors. Why red?
Because it's the primary color.
Yeah, I guess you could start with red. You could do that. I would actually start with the lightest color possible. So yellow. And that's because if you work from light to dark, it gets a little bit easier and your colors don't get as muddy. So I'm just going to go straight from the yellow on my palette. And where should I put it on the color wheel?
On the top.
On the top?
Right.
On the top right? Left?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll just put it
Okay.
here. Okay, so this doesn't need to be perfect or anything. I made one earlier and it's really wonky. But you can make it however you want to. I just want it to be like a circle, kind of like this on your table, because we're gonna label it, so you need space to label. But you can make it different shapes if you want to. So with this paint, it's really thin and it dries sort of transparent. So I would paint a layer and then wait like 30 seconds and paint another layer on top of it, because when it dries, it's gonna look thin. Okay, so what am I gonna do next?
Put a lighter red next to that yellow.
Put some more yellow.
Oh, darker yellow.
Yeah.
On the left.
So I can grab just a tiny bit of red, just a little bit, and put it next to my yellow. And then you guys don't need very much paint because this goes a long way. So I want all of you to be working together to create these colors. But you're each going to get your own paintbrush. All right, so what color did I just make?
Orange.
What kind of color is that?
Orange.
Secondary. Boom. Okay, so I'm going to test this really quick and see what it looks like. Does that match?
Yeah.
You all see that in the back?
Yeah.
Okay, so where am I going to put it?
Right next to it on the left.
No, you're gonna move
Put it on the other side.
Yeah, no, you
Skip
put it
a
on the
little bit of
left.
space.
No, on the left.
Yeah. So I'm going to put it like right here. And then now I can add even more yellow or even more red to get the colors in between secondary and primary colors. Do you know what that term is called?
Tertiary.
Tertiary. Correct. Oh, I know I have a bit. Okay, where am I going to put this?
In the middle with the yellow and orange.
What color is this?
Yellow orange.
Yellow orange. Thank you. So you guys understand where I'm getting at, right?
Yes.
So you're going to make 12 colors. You're going to be working together to create these colors. And try to use your whole palette. Before, I was able to use just one plate for all of it. So just experiment and test it out. And I want you guys, when you're finished, to please write your names on the color wheel. And I want you to label it with all of these things. So, what's a complementary color, or complementary colors?
Primary.
Instead of the cross. Yeah. Yeah. Does someone want to come up here and show me on this color wheel? Or on their color wheel?
So it'd be like purple and yellow and
Yeah. So they're colors that are straight across from each other on the color wheel. It could be any of these. Like the blue, green, and the red, violet. Those are complementary colors. What are analogous colors?
Oh, isn't it the sequencing going? No.
Sort of. Keep going.
Next to each other?
Yellow, orange, and
Yeah.
it's like the three same colors, right? Like yellow,
That are next to each other. Yes. So analogous colors are 3 or more colors that are adjacent to each other on the color wheel. Just meaning next to. So you could choose any 3, like indigo, blue, blue-green. Or you could choose as many as you want. But that's called a color scheme. And there's many different color schemes. So now I want one person from each table to go over there and pick up a palette and enough paintbrushes for everyone at your table. Please. Don't forget to use your color wheel as a reference. You can put it in the center, you guys. And you can put little dabs of paint next to it to make sure you're matching the colors as best as possible. So it looks a little more red. You guys can mix it on here. That way you make the color first and then do that. You can let that dry and paint over it. Which one's red? But yeah, make sure that you're using this. You can't make black for those. You can only make muddy colors. So what I want you to do is follow this, and so you can put a little dab of paint on this, on the white part, and see what it's closest to. And you got it. It's orange. Just like red-orange. So you can put between red and orange. So put a little dab of paint right here. Is that close? That matches. So you made red-orange, and he made orange.
So it would go like right there.
Yes. Just about. You can estimate it. It doesn't have to be totally perfect. So there's going to be two colors between it. So imagine two colors in between. So yeah, about right there. Is to mix it in there on the bottom. Show your birthday because I mean, you're doing this one. No, I got show you. Oh, right there? Yeah. You mix it around, and then you place your thumb on the back of it and use your index finger to squeeze the water out. So you can place a dot next to it and test it out. It's going to be a little darker than that because it's paint and not from the computer. So I think that looks good. You can place it next to there. How's it going? Oh, it looks good. You're all on one side. You can make space. You can paint. You can overlap some of the colors if you need to. It dries really fast. But it looks good. But this green is going to be darker than that.
This is red.
But just try to make the middle green, and then you can lighten it and darken it. But just experiment, you know? Check this out. I think that's so cool. Wow, I like this. All the huge strokes.
You drink the water?
So, like I said, the paint is going to be like more transparent when it dries. So you should try to do like a couple of layers on it and just build up the paint. And like that. Just like these. Yeah, they're really good. But all of your greens come in. There you go. I think you could keep trying. Oh, wait, is that right?
We gotta do because something real tough.
Dude, I couldn't live with that happening.
On either side of it.
It's not funny. That would be purple.
What's that?
So that would be violet.
Violet is purple.
Oh,
That's
that would
okay.
be purple red.
Yes, we call it red violet.
It's not going to be a
So it's a mixture of red and violet. So if you make violet, then you can add a little bit more red to it.
Oh, so like to make violet, you have to add like a little more red.
So you want to mix blue and red together?
Red, you just mix with blue.
Yes. So all of these colors
Blue to red.
here, you would, well, just these two colors, you'd be mixing blue and red.
Yeah, I'm done, right?
Primary colors is red.
That should be this color.
But these are looking good. Make sure to layer them as much as possible.
For real.
What are you writing?
Color C. That's color wheel.
Maya.
Awesome. That's perfectly okay.
That's so funny. That mine is purple. Imagine it's purple.
How many colors do you have?
I can make mine like a really big 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
9. I only have 9.
Look,
How
look.
many are in here?
Oh, I saw this thing that reminded me of.
I just said start around.
Well,
I saw this thing that reminded me of you.
which ones did I miss?
Oh, look at you. I made a yellow one.
Look over here.
Who's good?
Your boy.
We got the green.
We have the yellow, green,
Maya, do not take that.
the blue, green here. Yeah, we got the blue.
Stop doing it.
You don't have this blue violet, which you can add just right in there. I know these look really similar on this color wheel, but I think that you need to make this this blue just a little bit more violet and just add a little bit in here.
So I'll make purple with blue.
No, Maya.
Yes, just add a little bit more blue to this one, and you make just add a little stripe in there.
I'm terrible.
Okay, so then you have violet, red, violet, red.
Oh no.
You need a red, orange,
Maya.
because this one is orange. So you might clean your brush first.
Good lord, Maya. Now we have to make the last. Blue, green.
And just keep going through. You're really close. Make sure to rate your team. May I have your attention, please?
Yeah.
Eyes on me, please. Thank you. Okay, so what is the next step after you're done painting?
Put your name on it and then label it.
Yes, put your name on it and label it. And what are we labeling it with? Which words? No, you can't use a pencil. You're going to be labeling it with these words. Complementary, secondary, tertiary, analogous, and the name of the color. There's 12 colors. I hope.
Yeah.
So you guys need to start wrapping up the paint. And the way I want you to clean up is by cleaning off your palette in the sink and cleaning out your brushes and just leaving all of your things to dry over there. Who's done painting? Raise your hand, please. All right. Have y'all started labeling yet? Okay. You don't have to label all of these like complementary colors or analogous. I just want an example of it.
They ranked them.
Oh, I did tertiary. Secondary colors?
No.
Yes. You got it. And what are secondary colors? Yes. So what are the rest of the colors then? The colors in between primary and secondary. Those are the tertiary colors. And there's 4 of those. So there's red violet. And there's red orange. And yellow green. And blue green. And blue violet. Sorry, there's 5. Your brushes over there. And all your materials. And make sure to wipe off your table, please. Hey everybody, I need you to start cleaning up, please. And leave your papers on your table to dry, and I will collect them. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Just leave everything where it is. Make sure your name is on your color wheel, please. Thank you.